We don't cook in our school. We only eat at the cafeteria with allowance that our parents give us. I also had a group of friends then in the university where like four, Tovia, Favor, and Inyakno. At almost the end of the month, when we are running out of allowance, we are thinking, okay, how do we manage this money just to make it till another month? And we usually, most times, will be like, we'll put all the, maybe the junks we have, maybe our conflicts and all that, we'll put it together. Most times they come to my room. My first best friend. Yeah, so I still remember back then in secondary school, yeah. That was Shukura Olatubos. Yes, that was my first best friend. What made it special? Well, we were the only, so in my whole school, we were the only, it was just two of us that lived somewhere very far from school. And it happened that we had to be going home together, like every time. And also we were in the same class. So we became close in SS1. From SS1, I think. No, from GS3, because that was when we moved to, my parents moved to another area that became very far from my school. So sometimes the two of us, we go together in the same taxi to school and back. Sometimes my dad takes me to school. And if it happens that my dad is taking me to school, I'll just let her know, okay, my dad is dropping me to school, so we'll pick you up and all that. And from GS3, we became friends. Since we go home together, we go to school together. And then in SS1, it happened that, when you get to SS1, you get to pick your subject. It's either art class or science class or accounting. So I picked art and she was also in art class. So that made us much more closer. We were three actually. There was Lara, but Lara went to another school in SS1. So it was just me and Shukura from SS1 to SS3. So what made it special was, the fact that we get to go home together, we get to go back we go to school together. And sometimes, my friend is like a waka waka because I'm just a mommy and daddy's girl from school, back from home to school. But sometimes she, because she's the firstborn of her family, so sometimes they send her parents ask her to branch the market to get something. So after school, we go together, we go to the market. And me, I don't go to the market. If I'm going to the market, I'm going with my mom. And definitely you have to be very close to your mom because you're scared of not running, someone not maybe kidnapping you. So, now going to the markets, just two young girls, it's like a new level of exposure for me. So she exposed me to that. She exposed me to going to pricing and all that. I was already learned that from my mom, but when you have your peer and you're learning something from your peer that they even know how to do better. So all of that, it made things quite special. It was really a good time, a good memory back then in secondary school. Yeah. Funny moments. Well, there are a few funny moments. One of the ones I will share is in university. So I went to a private university, Samuel Adegbega University. And when it's time for, we don't cook in our school. We only eat at the cafeteria with allowance that our parents give us. So I also had a group of friends then in the university where like four, Tovia, Favor, and Inyakno. And most times at almost the end of the month, when we are running out of allowance, we are thinking, okay, how do we manage this money? How do we feed ourselves just to make it to another month? And we usually, most times, will be like, we'll put all the, maybe the junks we have, maybe our conflicts and all that, we'll put it together. Most times they come to my room because everybody have their room, but they all come to my room. We'll put our junks together, you know, just to sustain ourselves in the morning. And we all stay in the room, especially on weekends. Because weekends, you're not doing anything. You're at home. If you're going to class now or during the week, the class stress and all that will distract you maybe from eating too much. But weekends, when you are at home in the morning, so in the morning we just make sure that we eat something light. We eat maybe cornflakes or maybe, you know, or cereal. Yeah, so we eat cereal. And then we keep ourselves, hey, hunger, hunger go come wild because where cereal won't stay for body. So we won't eat lunch. We stay together in the room. We shall keep each other, you know, we just keep each other, I mean, we keep each other busy just to make sure that that hunger doesn't get to us. So we skip lunch. We sleep in each other's room. All of us will pack ourselves in one room, sleep there, you know, wake up, watch movie, gist and all that. Keep each other busy till dinner time. So it's at dinner time, we go to the cafeteria to buy food. And, you know, that's like a special moment as, thinking about university life, that's kind of a special moment for me. That was a very funny and special moment, you know. So yeah, that's one of the memorable moments I can think of. Even if you have a boyfriend, Seth, I think Tovia had a Tovia had a boyfriend then. I also had a boyfriend. No, I'm not sure. Not really. But my own boyfriend too. My own boyfriend too was still struggling then. So how much you want to send me now? I will skip this part. So I'm this kind of person that I sometimes like to, you know, shy away from conflict. I try to avoid conflict. Instead of maybe having a conflict, I would rather just take the blame and just, you know, just let it die there and all that. But there are some conflict that I personally might not have handled the best way. And, you know, as we grow up, we learn, we unlearn, we relearn. How do they say it now? Yeah, so I can't really think of. Okay, let me talk about the friendship where I said, you know, where the other person, you know, lies constantly to you, you know. Even when the person is lying, I kind of know that, okay, this person is lying. I know within me. But, you know, just like I said, I try to avoid conflicts. So just because I wanted to avoid a kind of conflict, there was no confrontation. And it was not just lying. The person stole from me. The person lied to me. But, you know, just to avoid confrontation and to avoid conflict, you know, I just kept quiet and shy away from it. But, you know, if you're trying with me now, Sha. So, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever really had any serious issue. If it's something that's beyond my control, I just keep silent and walk away. I just walk away from the situation. If it's beyond my control, even till now, I think it's something I'll still do. If it's beyond my control, I just walk away. I really try to avoid conflict because I don't think I handle conflict really well. I give this outburst that might be, the reaction might be even more than the situation. So instead of that outburst, I would rather just walk away and just go quiet on the person. Yeah. Yeah. There's no friendship that I've had that was never like a family kind of friendship, because my parents must know you. All my parents must know you. So my family must know you. They must know who I'm going out with. I mean, when I had a fallout with GKM, in fact, my secondary school friend that said I had a fallout with, the time I tried to invite her to, just have a chat and all that, it was for my birthday. And I told my parents, that I've not heard from this person. I've tried to reach out to her. What happened was, it was just a conversation that, she just took wrongly. And since then, I've been trying to just to say what I meant and all that. So I told my parents that I want to invite this person. So they were both, I think my dad tried to call her or something. So, but then she didn't turn up. She never showed up. So yeah, it's friendship become family. There is no friendship I've had that my parents didn't know about. Yeah, friendship become family. Definitely. Family is everything. Family is everything. I mean, family is everything. Like I said, you always have a fallout with friends. Friendship, for me, friendship come and go. This person can be your best friend today. Tomorrow, you can have a fallout. It may not even be a major issue. It may not be an issue. It could just be that maybe distance has just created space between you, and the person has moved on to something else. You've moved on to something else. So, but your family, wherever you are, you will still always communicate no matter what. So it's definitely family for me. It's definitely family. This one said we are going deeper. I beg go. Can I phone a friend to come and help here? Okay, this question. How do I answer? So naturally for me, if I'm close to you, like we see each other every day, we talk to each other every day, or maybe we even live together. Naturally, I don't even know how I do it too, but naturally, I tend to naturally just do some things the way the person does. Yeah, so that's in terms of maybe just the normal attitude, but maybe something the person has been doing. Let me see. I mean, your friend will always rub off on you, either positively or negatively, depends on how you want it. But I don't think there has been any kind of, I don't think so. I can't remember right now because it's been a while. I would say I really had a friend or something. The only friend I currently have, we are miles and miles far away from each other. So yeah, okay, my friend in NYSC, that's Blessing. We are still friends till now. She was my chief bridesmaid. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, she is this kind of everywhere person. Everybody knows Blessing, like she's always chatting, talking to everybody, but me, I'm more reserved and all that. So that's one thing I really like more about the friendship I have with her. You know, you can't be quiet and you still are friends with someone quiet. I feel like it's not a very good mix. At least let's watch your notes, let the other person be. So yeah, during NYSC, I mean, she was more out there and all that. So she made me go out more. She made me maybe have more friends, you know, friends that you just like chatting with. She made me, you know, just naturally spark conversations. I'm still the quiet, reserved person kind of, but you know, I'm a bit more chatty and all that. But yeah, blessing rubbed off on me back then in NYSC. So yeah, that's one friendship I can say was good and is still good. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, where I currently work, and one thing about me is, I mean, maybe it's as time went by, I somehow prefer being friends with people maybe much older than me. So back then in Nigeria, at my workplace, the friends I still keep in touch with are the older people that, you know, I was very close to then. When I was working in Abuja, Madam Esther, I mean, that woman was like, she knew everything, because at that time I was in a situation where she could relate to, she's been in that situation, and when I'm explaining, you know, she kind of like was able to, she could, from my own experience, you know, give me possible solutions. So, and that's what friendship should be as well, you know. Yeah, so I think this should relate back to when I was saying friendship that rubbed off on you. Yeah, maybe, yeah, sure, she rubbed off on me, you know. So Madam Esther, she was like, and she loves children. So at some point she was helping me to take care of my child. Like, I could confidently say I want to keep my child with her. I go to her house with my daughter plays with her children and all that. So we were really close. And when I was in Lagos, when I was working as a teacher, Missy Gioma, yeah, I fondly call her Mama David, because her son's name is David. Yeah, we still talk till tomorrow, and that is another friendship that has rubbed off on me, and that is a friendship that I made at work that I can call a real genuine friendship. You know, I mean, she's always like, anything, if there is any, because I met her at the workplace, and so if there is anything that I'm not sure of and all that, she's always giving me the 411. This is how you should do it, pa 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 pa, and you know, everything gets said. So even when I came to the UK, we still talk. Sometimes an hour we're still talking, we are gisting and all that. So, and it's not just gist, it's just meaningful conversations that you know, will get you thinking, okay, this is what you should do. And here in the UK, yeah, I've had friendship possibly that would have maybe grown over time to something good, but COS no let them grow. COS, you know. So I believe I had a good friendship with EA and Faye, but EA is now in London and I'm in Hull. Faye is in, she will kill me for this one because I always forget where she is. Is it Colchester? Oh, God. Faye, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think the friendship would have grown into something good. I mean, we worked together from last year, so yeah, I've had good relationship from from work. Yeah. Ah. Voila. Please, if you find the advice, come and give me too. Come and give me the advice, because I don't know. Because at the end of the day, everybody is a good person. I'm a good person, you're a good person. I have a good heart, you have a good heart. But you always do something to upset someone else. We are not perfect. So if we are able to just set aside our imperfection when your friend offends you and all that, you know, find a way to talk about it, discuss it. My friend, I've had issues with my friend. I mean, the friendship I've had between the time I maybe got married, started working and all that, the issues I've had with my friends, we'll be able to talk about it, we'll be able to and just come back together. So if you're looking for friendship, God will give you. Some people are not lucky. Some people are lucky. Some people are lucky to have good friends. Some people are not very lucky to have good friends. I won't say I'm not lucky to have good friends. I am, but it may not just be that it just distance and space that has not allowed the friendship to maybe grow and all that. But I mean, just keep praying to God. If friendship is important to you, friendship is good, yeah. So if you want friendship, I don't think I have the advice, the correct advice. God will do your own. In Jesus' name. Amen. Act of friendship. Act of friendship. Because if I am saying it, I should also do it. Maybe just genuinely ask your friend, how are you doing? How are you doing? I'm not a fan of, oh, this is my friend, my bestie me. And, post picture, oh, my best friend, my ride or die, my do or die. I'm not really a fan of that. Just genuinely check on your friend, not just on, just hyping. Genuinely check on your friend. How are you doing? Is there anything you're going through? Is there a way I can help? How can I help? Just genuinely check on your friend, not hyping. Hi, Prt3 Studios. Thank you for having me again. This is not the first time, this is my second time in Prt3 Studios. Thank you for inviting me again. And if you are interested in showcasing or coming on the expressions by Prt3 to, express yourself, share your thoughts, your views, just come over, holla at Prt3 Studios, or just come over to Prt3 Studios. If you have an event you're planning, if you want to take pictures, birthday, Prt3 Studios is right there for you. So please holla at your guy and we'll be there for you. Peace.